I gladly stand up next to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next President of the United States, Mr. Donald J. Trump!
That I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. That I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. These are wild times. These are wild times. Wow, what a beautiful building and place, and all these people. But honestly, we always have a lot of people that just want to see this country do the right thing again. You know that. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to be the smart country again very soon. I want to begin by thanking my amazing wife, Melania. I don't know if anybody saw her today. She got up and gave an incredible speech, and she did a great job. That takes a lot of courage. Takes a lot of courage. In 5 days, we're going to win the great state of North Carolina, and we are going to win back the White House. Great state, great people. And the polls have been amazing. One just came out, the Rasmussen poll, with 3 points up nationwide. We're leading in Ohio. We're leading in Iowa. We're leading in Florida. We're leading in North Carolina, which is... We're leading, just came out 2 minutes ago, 2 polls. We're leading in New Hampshire. We're sort of leading all over the place. It's a great honor. It's a great honor, honestly, and this is not an easy thing to do, you know that, but we had to do it. You have to do it. We have to do it. We're all doing it together, so I just want to thank you. It's like we have no choice. We had no choice. Well, hopefully you voted, or you're going to vote early, but you're going to vote. But remember, November 8th, it's so important, and you get out there early if you can. Real change begins with immediately repealing and replacing Obamacare. You know that. It's just been announced that the residents of North Carolina are going to experience a massive double-digit premium hike. In the great state of Arizona, where I just left, premiums are going up 116%. They're not happy. 95 of 100 North Carolina counties will only have one insurer in the Obamacare exchange next year, which is a catastrophe, frankly. Lots of luck in that negotiation, by the way, folks. Don't worry about it. It'll be dead. We'll kill it, and we're going to start all over again with a great one. You'll be spending a lot less money for much, much better health care. Much, much less money. In Minnesota, where the premium increase will be close to 60%, the Democratic governor said the Affordable Care Act is no longer affordable. Premiums are surging, companies are leaving, insurers are fleeing, doctors are quitting, and deductibles are through the roof. You know, some people have $15,000, $16,000 deductible. Yet Hillary Clinton wants to double down on Obamacare, making it even more expensive. Going to be much more expensive. Did you ever see anything like what's going on right now? If we don't get rid of Obamacare, it will destroy health care in North Carolina and all over the United States. It will be the end. I'm asking for your vote so we can replace Obamacare and save health care for every family in North Carolina and, frankly, in the United States. Real change also means restoring honesty to government, where we have a problem with Hillary. There is important breaking news from last night. It was reported that the FBI is conducting a criminal investigation into Hillary Clinton's pay-for-pay corruption at the State Department. This is in addition to the FBI's criminal investigation into her emails. 650,000 emails. They say the Federal Bureau that it's likely to yield a very, very serious charge or an indictment. I'm just saying that's what the newspapers are saying. That's what the reports are. However, it was also reported that the political leadership at the Department of Justice is trying to protect Hillary Clinton, telling FBI agents to stand down, and is interfering in the FBI's criminal investigation. Perhaps that's what happened the first time. I would imagine that's what's happened. Further, it's believed that no less than 5 foreign intelligence agencies successfully hacked into Clinton's illegal, insecure server. In other words, Hillary's corrupt criminal scheme put the safety of every American family in danger. That's what's happened. Hillary Clinton has engaged in far-reaching criminal conduct and in an equally far-reaching criminal cover-up, including the destruction of 33,000 emails after receiving, can you imagine? Can you imagine if I did that? Oh. They would say, he must immediately leave this race. Oh, boy. 33,000 emails were deleted after receiving a congressional subpoena. That alone, folks, that's not the new group, that's the old group. That alone is big problems, for which she got away with murder. Honestly, she has no right to be running. You know that. No right. But now she's got bigger problems. If she were to win, it would create an unprecedented constitutional crisis that would cripple the operations of our government. She is likely to be under investigation for many years, and also it will probably end up, in my opinion, in a criminal trial. I mean, you take a look. Who knows, but it certainly looks that way. Certainly being spoken of. Americans deserve a government that can work and really has to work for them from day one. We'll do that. My contract with the American voter begins with a plan to end government corruption. The plan includes a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on all members of Congress. It also includes a lifetime ban on government officials becoming lobbyists for a foreign government. I'd say that makes sense. That sort of makes sense, right? I think so. Makes sense? I want the entire corrupt Washington establishment to hear and heed the words we as a group, all say right now, when we win on November 8th, we are going to Washington, and we are going to drain the swamp. We're going to drain the swamp. At the core of my contract is my plan to bring back your jobs that have been taken away. They've been taken away. North Carolina has lost nearly half of its manufacturing jobs since NAFTA, a deal signed by Bill Clinton and supported by Hillary. The worst trade deal ever signed in the history of the world, believe me. America has lost, I never believe this number when I give it, but America has lost 70,000 factories. 70,000. You wouldn't think it's possible. 70,000 factories since China entered the World Trade Organization, another Bill and Hillary-backed disaster. We're living through the greatest jobs theft in the history of the world. We are. Nobody has ever lost jobs like we do. Defective contracts negotiated by political hacks. We have the greatest business people, greatest negotiators in the world in this country. We don't use them. We use political hacks that gave a contribution or a campaign contribution. They end up getting jobs. This is who's dealing with China, with, how about Iran? How about the new Iran deal started by Hillary Clinton and finished off by our great bicyclist, our great bicycle racer. He's in a bicycle race. He breaks his leg in the middle of the negotiation. I promise you, I will never enter a bicycle race. I promise. Okay? Promise. I swear. I now have nearly, and think of this one, because I can't even believe it. We have an almost $800 billion a year annual trade deficit with the world. Okay? 800 billion. Who's negotiating these deals? Who's negotiating these deals? Oh, don't worry, it'll change. It'll change. We've got Carl Icahn, we've got the greatest negotiators in the world. It'll change so fast. And these guys, I have some of the best business leaders in the world. They do it for sport. They don't want money. They'll do it for sport. The same special interests who ship the jobs out of America are the people who've given hundreds of millions of dollars to Hillary Clinton. Now, I just got back from Florida. I was begging for like a regular commercial. Ivory Snow, Heinz ketchup. Every commercial was a hit on hit. And almost all of them were untrue. Some were pretty good, actually. But the most negative, it's horrible. And really, I mean, so much fabrication. When you see the rusted out factories and empty buildings here, just remember Hillary Clinton's policy